Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Darkest Dungeon. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that he chose to hang out with me today as we embark, as we said last episode, on a medium adventure with our new party members. They won't like being that, the fact that it's an apprentice level 1 mission. They would prefer level 0 mission, but I'm not about to spoil them right as they get into our little group of heroes. So I'm going to take them as they are and send them down into the ruins. Yes, a medium adventure right off the bat. This might not go well, I warn you. I am warning you, because Gordon might not be the best healer right now. And we might get into trouble because it's a level 2 mission. I didn't really see what the actual mission was, but yeah, should go well. Should go well. Probably won't though. So take of that.
Pace out the halls of your lineage once familiar, now foreign.
Take of that what you will. As you can see, they are already at stress level 10 because this is one level above their ability, and right off the bat, they're surprised. So they are already failing my expectations of them. Let's see. Marcus over here doesn't really have any nice abilities, and a miss. Of course, Brave Slash to punish you for your inability to hit, and a bump in the night just for good measure. And let's see if I can kill this dude. I probably can. Yeah, indeed.
Executed with impunity.
Impunity, indeed. Those comments. Seriously. Okay, so this has a bonus damage. Okay, not gonna kill anybody, so I'm going to go for this guy. And hopefully we got some... Okay, so he's not in a very nice position. I'm going to try and heal this dude a tiny bit. And increase our torchlight. So none of this is going to kill, and I might kill this one, and indeed it does. Good, good. And things aren't going that badly. We got hands from the abyss. Let's see.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Nice, nice, very nice.
Devastating blow.
Very nice. Let's see. Everyone is in their respective positions. Good. Let's see. I think the occultist is the better skilled of us to deal with those alchemical tables of experimentation. But he didn't do anything worthwhile while doing it. So, scouting roll right there. Good. Our objective is to scout 90% of the rooms, so I'm not sure that I'm going to take that left turn right there. I know the left from right. I know sometimes I kind of get mistaken because this is upside down, but unfortunately we have to take that turn. We have to take that turn. It's unfortunate because we will spend one of our chevaliers. Okay, so lock. Oh, you got lockjaw. That's bad. That is bad. So I'm going to try and get you a... Good, we got a positive quirk right there. Natural swing, which is good. Offsets a tiny bit of the lockjaw negative quirk.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Don't be so pessimistic. It's such a stark outlook on life. Such a downer. Come on. Okay. Can't hold balance. No problem. No problem. I got you where I want you. Okay. So we got an AoE back there. Unfortunately, a double miss. And I'll bring you forward right this moment. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to kill that acolyte. And a quarrel. Not so bad. Even though it has a high crit chance. And okay. So I'm going to bring Margus up front. And I'm going to miss. Good. That is good. Okay, so okay, so this let's see what our best course of action is. Probably kill this guy with the most okay, so a critical chance. Nope. I'm going to try and kill this guy.
Press disadvantage. Give them
Good.
no quarter.
Good. that would not have been necessary if this little guy, Gordon, that's his name, had done his job in the previous turn. But unfortunately, he missed. And we had to go right there. Okay, so I'm going to try and go again for Hands from the Abyss. Good. It's funny because Hands from the Abyss and they come from the sky, from the ceiling. So it's not really from the abyss, it's just hands. Okay, Marcus isn't really interested in attacking. He's just serving as a mid shield. That's fine. That's fine by me. I'm going to heal him when Gordon gets his turn and try to stack those bleeds. Critical. That's not so nice. I'm trying to kill this guy. That wasn't the best ability. A bleed and 2. That's not good. That is not good. Okay, at least you hit this time. Go for the torchlight right there. Good. X-bladed dodge. Good. I love bounty hunters. I love bounty hunters. They are so great. I love them because they work well together. They resist and innate. Good. So a good heal right there. See, that's what happens. And I'm not even gonna go for a new attack from Telepid. I'm trying to kill this guy.
Well struck.
Thank you, kind sir. Kind gentleman. That is very nice of you to notice that it was indeed quite well struck. And that weight isn't really a problem right now because he's alone against us. Excuse me. Let me just reposition my share a bit. And so I get a bit more comfortable because doing these recording sessions sometimes, that's at least here is it good. Sometimes get a bit strainful on her back, on the old bones. And I'm not that young that I can...
That overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
This is one of my favorite items. This thing right here is great. It's absolutely great. Okay, good. Because I'm always at... sometimes I do low-level runs, but that's mostly for loot and anything, and I'm not going to do that in this Let's Play. Maybe later, but for now I'm not. So, because I keep my light level always up, this item over here is great, it's fantastic. It's just what I need.
If only treasure could staunch the flow.
Minus dodge, this is a nice...
corruption.
This is a nice item for ranged characters that don't get attacked too often. Ace, good. We should heal the blading from this dude.
Packs
Nope.
laden with loot.
We are not.
Often low on supplies.
Good, okay. Trap. I didn't see that.
Ancient traps lie in wait, unsprung and thirsting for blood.
I didn't see those traps because there's a chance that you don't actually detect the traps. And this dungeon is pretty long, as a medium dungeon should be actually. So I'm gonna need to heal Margus over there. Let's reposition our party. See that they are all in their correct slots, and indeed they are. Good. Onwards and forwards. Dodge, good. At least that went well. The light.
The light, the promise of safety.
Good as Conti's chance, but it's not like we have a choice. So yeah, off we go into the next room that should be empty. So a bit of a respite. Respite? Respite. That's respite. Yes, a bit of a respite right here. I think that's the way you pronounce it actually. I hope it is. No, I'm not trying to offend anyone. So
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted.
if I don't speak
Purpose is
properly,
made clear.
I hope you forgive me. Okay, so we got a couple of bone soldiers at the front. These guys are more dangerous than this dude right here. So I'm going to try and kill one of them. Nope, that isn't gonna work. And this guy, does this guy? Yes, okay, so I'm going to go for the back of the line. No kill, unfortunately. And I'm saving the zealous accusation from whatever this guy is called, from Telepid. I can never pronounce that correctly. So that's a pass. Good. That is great. That is awesome. That is fantastic. A miss. Could be worse. And a dodge. So things went well for us there. Hopefully kill. Indeed, kill. This guy already passed his turn, so that's great. I'm going to go for a kill right here. Good. And hopefully a heal. Let's see who's in worse shape. Go for it. Good. Okay, so that's the reason why I saved my bandage. Because now I can apply it to the wounds.
A singular strike.
My favorite kind. My favorite kind.
This expedition at least promises success.
Okay, now we're all patched and bound. No wounds, I like so. Whatever shall it be? What could it be? Come on, dude. Looks like Crusaders are either kleptomaniacs or just numpties. Numpties in their head. They're completely crazy. Okay, so a blockage right there might be a good strategy to go around and avoid that room, because those guys are looking pretty angry. They are not looking that friendly right now, and I'm not going to... A trap right there. Thankfully I saw it. And that's going to be... Who is going to disarm it? These guys don't even want to hear about it, and that's going to be Hugonin. Hugonin falls on the trap, however.
Ambushed by foul invention.
Yeah, call it all the bad names you like. You still got owned. Smash the cabinet open and take some of that nice juicy treasure out and carry it with you, because that's what we came here for. Actually, that's not what we came here for. What we came here for is hopefully we get a scouting roll. So I'm not gonna break this guy, because I only have one shovel, and things are not... Oh, I saw that! That was so dumb of me.
This is the trap maker's art.
That was
Efficacy
so...
unwitnessed by his own eyes.
Come on, so dumb of me right there. I'm sorry. At least we got a surprise. Good. Okay, so I'm going to rest next turn, so I'm not gonna bother too much with excuse me, with healing and that sort of stuff. Got a frog in my throat right there. Don't like frogs, and especially not in my throat. Please leave them out. Okay, so Tempting Goblet to telepathy. I need to change his name. I need to give names that I can pronounce, because otherwise this is not gonna be a fun adventure. I need to pronounce the name of my heroes. I need it. That's a need that I have, and that's not good. That was worse than before for him. They got a condom right there. What's that? Sunstone. Plus stun skills. That's good. That's going right into our bounty hunter, and that increases his dodge, which is not good, but it'll do for now. It'll do. Hidden treasures, which is good. And now let's sleep. Let's go for a...
In the dark.
How much food do we have?
Battle may yet be won.
Let's go for a feast, I think. We didn't get any... Oh. That might not have been our best solution, but at least we healed, so... Not... It was not all bad. So this increases stress, this reduces stress, so I'm going to go for that. Self only reduces stress and increases accuracy, that's great, but not before I look at your partner's abilities. Okay, so this takes a lot of time. Not really interested in that. Dark Ritual reduces torchlight, not interested in that. Increases stress, but one companion increases damage, which is nice. Let's heal. Yes, let's go. Good. And let's... Yes, keep... Okay. I think that's it for this camp right now. Nobody has a one-time ability. I'm blessed with good health. For today, at least. This place is horrific. And so, I am whatever. Come on. Let's get on with it. These comments are actually pretty fun.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Okay, so hopefully we don't roll any any blockages in our paths, right here or right here or right here, and things should go smoothly for us. They should go just fine. Nope, surprise, they are not that smooth. That reduces our light level. Horrible. Okay, so let's try and stun this guy, bring him forward. He resists the being brought forward, and Gordon should resist the bleed, and indeed he does. And let's bring Margas over here. Let's attack them with the Hands of the Abyss. Looks more like tentacles rather than, you know, hands. Don't really look like that, unless you count tentacles as hands, which isn't that unheard of. They are still appendages. They are still probably used to the resist and a fort. Good. They are used to manipulate stuff in the world, and a pool right there. You really want him on your side. You really like that dude because he's, you know, eldritch oriented. So let's stun again this Arbalist and bring him forward, which is great, because if he's right here, well, now he can die. No, he does not die. But if he's right here, he won't be able to attack with his crossbow. So okay, so that's not a good position for Margas actually. And bayonet jab right there, and that it's not very accurate. That so, and the dodge, that's perfect, just what I ordered. That's not so bad. Okay, so I'm going to try and kill this guy and bring the Arbalist forward. And I'm going to go for a... what's this? Okay, so hopefully she bleeds. Nope, this is not a bleed ability. Margas over here is a nice, interesting set of abilities. Using them, however, isn't as easy as it might seem. That's a stress heal right there, more than the actual healing. A dodge, that's great. So yeah, things are going well. Things are going well, despite starting this battle surprised and all out of place and stuff like that.
Trifling victory.
Things are looking
nonetheless
good. And wasn't really a trifling victory, despite what the narrator might think. It was actually a very solid, concrete victory that set us up for a nice ending to this medium adventure down the ruins of the Bottomfluff Estate. And even though that's a bit more long-winded description of the result of our previous altercation with these undead beasts, the narrator could, you know, he could say stuff like that. Why doesn't it? Why doesn't he go on? Oh, he actually goes on, actually, because if he has, sometimes you'll hear the narrator commentating for a while after an attack, like a singular strike, decimated. It was actually worse than it is right now. When the game first came out in early access, because they hadn't.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
They hadn't tweaked his scripts to allow him to not stack so many descriptions, because he really likes stacking those descriptions. That's his business. And we didn't get a scouting roll, but we are going to go back and we're going to smash in that cabinet. And even though we're taking stress damage, for whatever reason, they don't like being here, so they take stress damage at random. We got a trap, so Ugonin, get ready. Where's the trap? Where is the trap? Can you tell me where the trap is, please?
In Radiance, may we find victory.
See? Idiot. You are an idiot. An idiot. Hopefully this was worthwhile,
Finding
and indeed.
the stuff is only the first test.
And indeed it
Now it
was.
must be carried home.
So, that concludes
The
our
shifted
adventure.
corridors
And hopefully,
sloped walls of our ancestry are beginning to
Nice.
feel familiar.
quite a bit of gold right there. So, that should set us up for a nice improvement of our skills. We crit for Margas, minus critical chance on
Remember
melee.
days when the sun shone and laughter could be heard from the tavern.
Mamino got a negative quirk right there. Not a problem. Not something that I am concerned about. So let's see if next episode we can go for the boss. No, it takes quite a while actually. So let's go for a short mission before ending this episode. Last episode we got shorter episode after dealing with the Swine Prince. So this one, let's improve our abilities a tiny bit. Battle heal, that's nice. I want an inspiring cry. He's kind of a sentimental guy. He cries a bit. He cries from time to time. He cries, and people are relieved to see him cry because their stress levels decrease, which is great. So I'm going to go for a Holy Lance right there. Let's take Bri with us. Let's increase her abilities as well. Let's see. That's gonna be a judgment, and we're going to have a fairly similar set of abilities on both of our Vestals. Yes, this is good. So we are going to take with us. Actually, let's see if we can hire a new Plague Doctor. We cannot, and we can't increase our roster size anyway. But let's see who we'll bring. Okay, so we got Bri over here, and I got let's change his name. Let's call him Aldevu. Aldevu. That's a better name for a warrior. It's a bit of a silly name, but such are the cultural differences. So we got a frontliner and we got a backliner. So we need another backliner and another frontliner. So we're going to bring Mamino over here. She's going to, because she's very friendly, she's very nice to us. She's going to have an Iron Swan. So she's gonna be right at the front. I love this set of abilities, this particular one. And I'm going to bring Gordon. Is actually the cultist. Don't underestimate the cultist because he is a very powerful character from the back row. Let's see if Bri is okay with being at the back. She is, so I'm going to tailor Gordon to being on the third position. We need a weird reconstruction right there. Weakening curse is nice. Yes, this is the ability that I need. So Gordon Freeman right here doesn't look like Gordon Freeman. He's missing the glasses. He's going to be our third row party member. We're going to go in this position. So after a while playing this game, you start to get... No, it's not Margaret, sorry, Mamino. After a while playing this game, you start to get a grip to which one of your characters plays the best with other characters, and depending on how you... It's not really fancy going into a level 5 mission. So let's try and deal with these guys as fast as possible. Let's make this a quick one. And should go pretty well, hopefully. Into the world we go. And it's littered with poisonous traps, but
Corruption has soaked the soil, sapping all good life from these groves. Let us burn out this evil.
Let us, and carrots, and a bit of cucumber, and then add a bit of salt and vinegar and olive oil, and you got yourself a nice salad. It's a Portuguese-style salad. I don't know if the rest of the world... Oh, no! Don't touch that! Do not touch that! Seriously. How it works is that you get poisoned, you dumb idiot. Actually, ass is not a swear word. It's an animal. It's actually a donkey. It's an ass. It's how you say it. So why dumbass should be a word, a swear word? I do not know. So I'm going to start calling. What's his name? I forgot. I forgot his name. I changed his name and I forgot it. I apologize. But well, I'll try to do best next time. Okay, so let's go for a bleed or an iron swan is actually our best chance of killing that dude. Good. Our only chance of killing that dude, actually. So Holy Lance brings him forward, and might be just what I want, because she's not going to use her iron swan anymore. Slice and dice. Not bad. Not bad. So I'm going to... Is this a bleed? This doesn't cause bleed. Does not cause bleed, but a critical.
Singular strike.
Or that. That's great. Praise Cthulhu. He's very... This game is very Cthulhu-esque in its direction. I love it for it. I'm a big fan of H.P. Lovecraft. And I've read most of his work. And I think it aged well, being a 100 years old author, and most of his work having been written at the beginning of last century, but it aged well in terms of horror and inspires so many authors over the years to write like him and about the cosmic horrors that mankind can't even grasp, and it's a very real, very, something that we can easily, I can easily at least, that's a trap that we will not be able to see. Hopefully she resists. She does not. That's too bad. I'm not gonna bother. Anyway, H.P. Lovecraft, he focuses on, for those of you who don't know him, he focuses on basically horrors that lurk beneath the sea, that mankind is too tiny and short-sighted to understand and even believe that they exist, and basically godlike creatures of enormous power and influence over our history and over the shaping of the world, and that, all that sort of huge tentacly monsters living down there and using men as puppets and all sorts of pre-antediluvian stuff. And that's one of the reasons actually why I also love what's it called, World of Darkness, which is also focuses on antediluvian mythos and that sort of storytelling. I think it's very compelling. I have a degree on archaeology, and it's one of the things that I also am fascinated by, and I took that course specifically because I'm fascinated by mythos and by religion, previous religions. Turns out archaeology isn't really that. It's mostly accompanying roadworks on old historical sections of cities and that sort of stuff. So I am working right now on IT, as it turns out. A dodge, good. Can't see the traps today. Why? Maybe it's because we don't have a bounty hunter or a highwayman. They like traps. They do like traps. But we have a Hellion. She's nice at traps, 30%. Excuse me for a moment. I do apologize. Yeah, so another hunger roll. So yeah, our archaeology is not as fancy as Indiana Jones or Lara Croft and any of that. It can be if you're rich, but unfortunately for those of us who are born into the lower stratus of society, strati, I think that's the word, a society that don't really possess that much money or means to go around doing nothing productive all day. That's not really doing archaeology for fun isn't really a possibility, unfortunately. That's not to say that it's not fun. It is lots of fun. It's a fun course to take if you're into history, that sort of stuff. It's awesome. I think it's better than history in many regards because you learn a lot about history in general. But it's also very fun in terms of
decimated.
Awesome. It's just very fun in terms of actually what you learn, how to dig, how to interpret what you find in your digs, and how to study it, how to correlate studies. It's fun. It's fun. It is something that got me hooked enough for me not to.
Well struck.
Good. For me not to drop from the course because halfway through I realized it wasn't really for me. It's a game, because it's a game of influences and knowing the right people, getting the right connections so you can work somewhere, because it's unfortunately with the economical downtrend, that's how things are, unfortunately, in our world. And there's there's very low amount of investigation and scientific digs. It's mostly just, as I said, accompanying works and public works and old historical sections of cities. Yeah. So anyway, I think that's about it for this episode.
Our family name, once so well regarded, is now barely whispered aloud by decent folk.
Anyway, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Darkest Dungeon. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you've enjoyed this a bit longer episode that should compensate you for the smaller episode last time out. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.